Okay, it's Roger, Mud Fossil University. This is the old channel, Mud Fossils. It's Mud Fossil University now. 654 hits in 3+ years. Now, no downers though. So anyway, Mars crab and Russian holes are the same origin, living planets. Now, you're going to say living planet? I say yes, living planet. And this was my little construction of a blood vessel. Blood goes in, the little arms stick out, and they feed the tissue surrounding it. And then there's usually a vein that comes back. Now, let me just turn the sound down because this goes back, like I say, a few years ago. And I'm just going to show what I was pointing out at that time. And then we come down to the space crab, the Mars crab. Now, as you can see, that is the crab itself, they call it, and those are the little arms sticking out of it, and above it is the return vein that does not have arms. That's the way they work. And you see all this layered, this is tissue, and the red dust is the decomposing cellular material, the fleshy cells, the red cells. That's what all this dust is from the drying out and of the tissue layers. Now, and I go through this for a while. I don't know if there's anything more conclusive here. And then we come over here, and it just shows that is tissue, and this is exactly the same stuff as on Earth. It's called layered intrusions. Layered intrusions means it's not even supposed to be there. Now, this right here is a rock that's in my shop. That's the crab right there. It's the same thing. It's the same identical thing. And this is from my collection of mud fossils. You see the red layering. You can see all it's the same thing, only it's here and it's a rock. It's not up on Mars. So and every planet is the same. So don't tell me that they're all this and that. These are all the same things. All right, there's a little better shot of the crab. Those are the arms of the crab are literally the arterial branches that go into the tissue surrounding the artery. That's what feeds it with blood. That's how it works. Then the vein is after it goes down to the very end. It comes back up through the vein, up back to the heart to get recharged with the red blood. You see how this is red and that's more black? That's the tissue, that's the thing. Red blood turns, red blood stays red or rusty or brown or yellow right in that area, but the vein blood comes back black. Now these are what they call the Mars blueberries. They're little stone balls. These are the stone anchors that are the emphasis points in body attachments, tendons and so forth. Now this is on Mars called Mars Morse code, and these are those little tiny balls once they erode. Now this is the what they call interstitium. This is the skin layer, and right above it is your surface skin. This allows your skin to go this way and that way and so forth, and all return. The straps and balls. The balls hold it tight, and the balls are the things that do not erode. The straps erode. This is where the skin is literally stretched. That's the stretched skin. If it came back, it would come back and look all wrinkly like this. That is the way it works. Same over here. This is a stretched area. That's a stretched area. This is stretched, and because of the erosion of the surface, it eroded the weaker straps but left the balls. That's how it works. And we have the same thing here on Earth, and I'll show you, except our straps eroded and we only have the balls. This is here on Earth. It's the same thing as those little stone blueberry balls up there on Mars. And the reason you see them here all clustered like this would have been, the whole thing would have been just like that thing up on Mars they call a Morse code. But what happens on Earth is there's so much erosion and wind and rain and all that, the straps go away because they're the weak part. And I'm going to show you where one strap was held and the rest of them didn't go bad. But normally there's a strap on every one of these balls. Just so you got an idea what's going on here. These are the tendon balls. These are and they go into your ligaments and your tendons, and they hold muscles to bone and all kinds of things. And this ball is what is the anchor. Then from there comes these little straps, and those are the stretchy things, and those deteriorate. In us, they look like this. You have a tendon mat, and then you have a strap that runs down to a ball and a ball and a ball and a ball. This ball has pulled out from its anchor location, which is supposed to be there and securely inserted, so that these tendons can pull against an anchor spot. That one's ripped out. That's going to hurt. That's one of those tendon balls right there. The mat would have been right here, and it's eroded away because it's the weak part compared to the ball. This strap is still here, very, very rare, and it will break out of here. The other ones are missing. These are balls here. There's a ball here, a ball here. There's balls over here. This whole area was a tendon mat attachment, so you can see the size of the creatures. In us, that would be microscopic. I cannot account for this. All I can say is this was recorded in the historical text that the giants were 2.5 miles or more tall, and I can absolutely guarantee that's a fact. I've done all the research. I know all of the body parts. I know all the structures. I know how the conditions happen. I know what the end result is. I've done the work. I need somebody to do the documentary. I need this thing to be put out there in some professional form, a documentary presentation. I'm looking for somebody to do that. So contact me. You see that stuff right there? I'm going to show you something that is that stuff, only it's after it petrifies from giant creatures. That's the same stuff. Now somebody get a hold of me, we'll do a documentary. I'm not looking to make any money on this. I have no financial interest here. I couldn't care less about the money. I want this to be known. Roger, R-O-G-E-R, at mudfossils.com. Now, if you think I'm just running my mouth, I'm not. I have 3 DNA tests here, and they were dense DNA, so there was no contamination. It was done extremely well, and the details are in this report. It's on mudfossils.com, and all of the details are here. It is not something that's silly. It's not something that's wrong. It's something that was done with positive and the negative controls, and they showed up as a human mitochondrial DNA. And these are giants. One of them was over 200 feet, one of them was over 50 feet, and one of them was about the same size as a human. So, and they were all found in the same place at the same time, right next to each other. So what can I say? I don't know if somebody put them all there together, or they just happened to get there together. They all lived together. They got piled together. Something got pushed them together. I have no clue. These are the kind of things should be investigated, and they're not being investigated at all. They're just being laughed at and walked away from. And I have this, and I want somebody to do a documentary on this and get this thing taken care of and straighten this world out, because I'm telling you, it's a mess, absolute mess, total delusion, absolute desert of delusion. And I'm telling you, people are going to love to hear this information, because this is their history, this is reality, this gives you something to hang on to. This is not copper chisel nonsense. Everything I have here is empirical data. There's not a word I can't stand behind, and I can make videos and documentaries for the next 100 years with all the problems there is in every single part of everywhere in the educational system. Every single bit of it. The only thing that's right is addition, subtraction, and when they get into electronics and doing some chemistry and things like that, now we go getting somewhere. But this nonsense of theoretical physics and outer space and Earth, all wrong. And I can stand behind every word I'm saying, so don't tell me I can't. You want to come after me? Come after me. Nobody has. All right, let's do a documentary and get this straightened out.